There's another universe. Please make some noise. Give me a
Hey, welcome back. It's Coach Blanche here. It made me realize that it's been 11 years since I was at the bedside. And if you remember during COVID, it's in 2020, it's crazy how the nurses really suffered so much trauma just taking care of COVID patients and everything that they go through. I can't even imagine. And even now, the healthcare environment is still very, very toxic. If I remember, again, 11 years ago, I would be driving towards work, having palpitations. I would always have this fear of what might happen. And then coming home, I would be driving crying again because there was so much toxicity and I went through so much in that shift. Now, mind you, that was 11 years ago. And I can't even imagine now with everything that's happened. So even way before COVID, I was so blessed that I was able to work remotely since 2018. And I feel so bad for some of my friends. And I know whoever is watching this, you're probably still going through right now. You have 12-hour shifts. You cannot spend time with family during holidays. You miss your kid's soccer game, or you miss your kid's graduation, or something very important, like even like a retirement for your parents. There's so much that we miss because we are working hard as a nurse. And let's not mention all the things that we experience as nurses in the hospital. It could be nurse bullying. It could be doctors are so demanding. It could be the families. I mean, nurses are being bombarded not just with physical stress, but definitely emotional and spiritual stress. So, everybody talks about mental health, but let's face it, nurses are really in the trenches, and we are the first one who becomes a victim of this. So, I wanted to share, how did I get from working in the hospital to working since 2018 in a remote or working from home? Well, here's the thing. I didn't get there by accident. I took a lot of steps so that I can get there. And I remember when this was, I think 2014, the last time I worked in the hospital, this one in Pennsylvania. And I told my husband, I can't work anymore. I mean, it was really hard for me. I had a 2-year-old, and we decided we had to leave. We actually made a drastic change of leaving Pennsylvania, went to Illinois to seek out better opportunities for me because I couldn't even find another job in that town. I wanted to find another job. I couldn't. It was so limited. So I don't know if that's the same for you, or maybe you're just working in possibly a big city, but still the opportunities for you is very limited. But I made a drastic change, and I want you nurses to also understand that there is also another way. We might feel scared because we know we have bills to pay. We might have doubts like, this is all I know. But you know what? There is always another way. We just have to think outside the box. So I want to tell you about what are those remote positions for nurses like us. There's case management roles, which I did. I became a certified case manager in 2017. Utilization review, that's what I'm doing right now. Telehealth nursing, insurance nurse reviewers, nurse educator or nurse teachers, which I did that also when I was in the Philippines. So there's a lot of other avenues for nurses. That's the beauty of nursing. We really do have a lot of ways for us to even practice nursing, not just at the bedside. And I know sometimes we feel like maybe I'm less of a nurse because I'm stepping away from the bedside. That is further from the truth. Like, nursing is a full, like, holistic, fully faceted profession. Now, if you love being at the bedside and if you think that is your calling, absolutely go for it. We give everything that we do, right? Whatever we do in love. But if you are truly miserable and if you think, there's more life than this, there is a way. There really is a way. So it starts with mindset. It starts with changing your mind. It starts with even just one thing towards your goal of hopefully working at home. Like me, I'm working at home. I can pick up my kids when I need to from church, from school. And if I need to go to a doctor's office, I can do that. Of course, within my time frame, but still, I don't have to drive. I don't have to wake up early in the morning to get ready and maybe get stuck in traffic. I don't have to do all that. And I'm so grateful for that. But it didn't just happen like that. There were steps that I was able to take. And if you're ready to know more about those steps, I will be more than happy to tell you. So what are the steps that you can take today to transition from working at the bedside to working at home or a remote work as a nurse? One, polish your resume and update it. Number two, take a course for case management or certification for case management or telehealth. I did that. And number three, start networking on LinkedIn or through professional groups. There's also a lot of groups in Facebook community. I also have my own Facebook group. You can check it out. It's called Rise with Purpose. Feel free to join our community because I will be there giving encouragements, helping our nurses not get stuck in a job that they don't like. And if you want more in-depth one-on-one session, feel free to check out my website. It's called risewithpurpose.biz. I have a lot of resources there, and feel free to send me a message or just again drop in the comment freedom, and I will give you some resources to help you. But feel free to give me a message as well. I'll be more than happy to help you. Again, this is Coach Blanche. Bloom where you're planted. Always be a blessing, and see you in the next video.